Hi guys, this is Angela. So today I want to take you guys through how I translate these movie screenshots into LINEWORK. Something that I keep in mind when I select these movies is that I want to draw movies with really great cinematography that focuses on composition and color. So naturally, I gravitate towards drawing Wes Anderson's movies because every shot is a painting. And I tend to choose compositions with a really clear division of foreground, midground, and background. So when I look at a screenshot, the first thing I do is, in my mind, divide each layer into foreground, midground, and background. And if there's a character, I want to make sure the character stands out. Let's just go through the 6 compositions I chose today and explain to you guys one by one. So the first one is Mr. Fox standing in front of the tree. This is a very iconic image taken from the original book. I want to make sure I get the big shape of the tree and the hill and Mr. Fox clear on paper. All the details within these big shapes can be up to interpretation when I paint everything in. I also want to indicate the little branch with the leaves because that adds interest among these big shapes. The next composition is one of the farms that Mr. Fox steals from in the beginning of the movie. So at first glance, this composition is quite complicated, but you really have to simplify it down to basically buildings against a gradient in the sky. It's important to get these individual houses right, and every other detail is up for interpretation. Whenever there's a really tall element very close to the top or the side of the composition, I try to indicate that first. The stand in the middle is obviously the most important element. After I've drawn that, I'll just try to get down each individual houses. Even though the brown crates or the brown little houses in the front is very complicated, I try to simplify it into one single shape as long as the perspective is still accurate. Because I'm drawing such small thumbnails, I try to eliminate unnecessary detail. So the next composition is very simple. It's basically a hill against sky with a little farmhouse on the hill. With every composition, if there is a visible horizon line, I will try to set that first. If there is a hill, I will try to set that first as well. And then just roughly adding in the divisions on the field itself. You don't have to be accurate when you're doing details like this. Just eyeball it so that it looks appealing on your composition. The house, I drew it very roughly because I know I will be going into more exact detail when I start painting it. The next composition is a very flat profile view of this farm and Mr. Fox and the gang escaping in a little motorcycle. So I'm just getting down the shapes of the farm, and then for the field on the left, I exaggerated it and made it bigger than what's in the screenshot just because I think it adds more interest to the left of the image. Just roughly indicating the little car that they're in and the smoke coming out of it. The next one is a typical Wes Anderson shot. It's a symmetrical shot with a vanishing point in the middle. So I want to indicate the horizon line first, also drawing in the foreground trees and then indicating the road vanishing to the vanishing point. And then finally drawing in the characters in the middle. So for the last one, we have the very cool looking wolf standing on some stones against very epic mountains. So same as before, I'm indicating the horizon line and the stone that the wolf is standing on. As for the mountains, I won't be drawing out all the details within the mountain shape. I will just be doing the outlines of the mountains. I will be painting in the details however I see fit when I get to the painting stage, and then just adding in the character in the end. As you can see, my line work is quite rough because I'm going to be adding in a lot more detail and refining them at the painting stage. I won't be going into detail on how I color in this video, but I do have a video on how I pick colors. So let's just start coloring.